Hello and welcome back to Inside MHS.
I'm Zaire.
And I'm Dalton.
Dalton, how's your week been? Are you as excited for winter break as I am?
Absolutely, Zaire.
Well, I fell on some ice this morning, so let's hope it goes better than that.
Really. All right, let's throw it to sports with Leighton and Xavier.
Hello, and welcome to sports. The girls' basketball team recently had a hard-fought loss against the county rival Eastbrook Panthers. The loss drops the team from 2-6 this season, and their next matchup is this Saturday, December 10th at Oak Hill. JV tips off around 10 a.m. Make sure you go and support the Lady Indians.
The boys' basketball team also had a very close, hard-fought loss this past week. They took on Northwestern and lost by a score of 34-31. They were leading 20-6 at half, but the Indians lost momentum in the second half. Led by freshman Logan Barnes and sophomore Jackson Ott, the Indians took a bounce back tomorrow night when they play Oak Hill Golden Eagles, come into town to tip off at 6 p.m. Varsity will follow. Let our first win of the year come out and support.
The wrestling team will have their first home meet of the season on December 13th against Alexandria. Match starts at 6 p.m. Come support the Indians wrestling team.
That's all for sports. Let's shoot over to Mason and Keegan with weather.
Welcome to the weather. I'm Mason. And I'm Keegan. Today's high is going to be a 42 and a low of 35. We're going to have a lot of warm weather this week.
Friday will stay in the 40s with a high of 43, get down to about a low of 33, and it might rain, so just make sure you're ready for that.
Going into next Monday, the temperatures are going to be relatively the same, but there's going to be a chance of rain.
After that, it actually might get a little bit warmer on Tuesday with a high of 49 and a low of 40, but it's still going to be a little rainy out.
With all this weird weather, do you think we're really going to have a white Christmas, Mason?
I think the outlook could possibly be good.
Well, thanks for the updates, guys. Man, that weather, it sure is happening.
Awfully chilly. Let's go ahead and move on to the announcements for the week.
Take it away, guys.
Dunham's Distribution will be conducting open interviews on Friday, December 9th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. An application must be filled out prior to the interview. Please see Ms. Yoakum so you can scan the QR code.
Miss Cinema will be holding a wellness fair this Saturday in the high school cafeteria from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. You may enter doors 7 and 10. Our cafeteria ladies will be serving breakfast with coffee and hot chocolate bar. There will be door prizes, different vendors, cookies and crafts, plus a Santa photo booth. There will be performances by the high school and Northview Choir. Come out to enjoy the fun morning provided by Massanutten Community Schools.
Students aged 16 to 18, the YMCA is looking to hire 2 to 3 people to support before and after school care at Northview Elementary. Pay is $9.50 an hour. If you have an interest in this opportunity, please see Mrs. Resch.
The Mill Township Volunteer Fire Department stopped in to meet with us. They are looking for students to sign up to become volunteer firefighters. I am so excited to share more about this opportunity with any student interested. Again, email Mrs. Rush if you are interested.
That's it for announcements this week. I'm Men.
And I'm Shay.
Back to the desk.
Thanks for joining us this week on Inside MHS.
See you next week. I'm Zaire.
And I'm Dalton. Until next time, try it out. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn arose such a clatter, I sprang from bed to see what was the matter. Away from the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes would appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up the housetop courses they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my hand and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was open up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but he went straight to work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team he gave a whistle. Away they flew, down with the thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.